welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee, who doesn't have a microphone right now.
I do.
Okay, he does have a microphone. Suman Han is in the house.
Hello.
And my very special childhood friend, Michelle Che, is here visiting Korea.
It's an honor. Thank you.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
We're just catching you at the tail end of your trip. You're leaving tomorrow, but
I am.
so how long have you been in Korea for? How long was this visit?
It's only like a week and a half.
Pretty short, actually.
Super short.
But so you told me that you're going to go back to the States and then come back to Asia to do another like Asia trip.
Yes. Well, tomorrow I leave for Tokyo. And then I'm going to fly back to the States on Monday for 2.5 weeks because I'm working summer school.
Gotcha.
Because I basically spent all my money on facial procedures. So I got to make some money. And then I'm going to go back to Hong Kong and Singapore.
Just for fun.
Yeah. I kind of broke up my vacation because, I'm on summer break.
Right.
So I broke it up just because I have to take care of the cats, the children.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wait, so let's talk about what the elephant in the room. Your face looks like... You look like you are just like in a horror movie or something. You were the last survivor of a horror film.
We can't make her laugh.
Don't make me laugh, dude. Wait, you know what I feel like I look... during our childhood, there were these Got Milk commercials. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where this guy is like fully in a cast in the hospital.
Yeah.
And someone's trying to feed him a cookie.
Yeah, I do
like
remember
through
that
the mouth.
commercial.
That's what I feel like right now.
Yeah.
Like it's my face. I'm not
It's not
supposed to...
that bad. And honestly, I feel like you see so many people around here with the
Facts.
same,
That's what people say. I'm not seeing a single person.
Honestly,
derma
this is like very
bandages.
mild. I'll be walking around Apgujeong and just see a girl with like a busted ass nose, like, purple ass eyes. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That was
straight
me.
up.
Like, straight
they
up, she
just
did her
got out
entire
of
Oh, and the
hair.
whole face is like...
yeah, and like
yeah.
she's got some cojones to be walking into this fucking Starbucks reserve. So what procedure is this? Just like skin stuff? Botox?
Well, the
Little
bandages
Botox?
that you see... Okay, so I thought they're freckles, but actually, apparently, did you know the samangi in Korean, it's their warts.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? And then not only are there warts, they're infectious. They're like a virus. Did you guys
What?
know this? And they're
No.
like, you got it from somebody and you can give it to somebody. And I was like, what do you mean?
So you had an STD on your face?
Basically.
Oh, no.
That's fucked up.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Warts are viral.
I don't understand. Like, so who gave them to me? And how come I'm not giving them to people?
Your last
Answer her
lover.
question, Jay. Who gave her the warts?
Those are different words. Too. Just kidding. But I did get a ton of stuff. So basically, I paid
How much?
in Korean 6 million to something. But
6.2 million.
yeah, so
Okay.
that equates to like $4,500. And I went into it thinking maximum like $1,000. But actually, they were like suggesting basically everything you don't think you need, but they're like, you need jaw Botox. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, actually, you need face fillers because your face is sunken in. And I'm like, are you
What the
sure
fuck?
about that?
They said you had a sunken in
But they're
face.
gonna do that for everything.
I know you're right. You're right.
It's
And
called
so,
the upsell. Yeah,
I know.
Michelle.
So I was trying to be cautious about it, but like I was trying to be open minded. But the things that they were saying, I'm like, okay, actually they are pretty legitimate. Like, because they did this whole 3D scan of your face. Have you seen it? And then they show you all the sun damage, all the freckles,
Right.
all the stuff that underneath that you can't see. And so they were like, we recommend 7 different lasers.
Well, that's so ironic because I feel like you actually have like really good skin.
I
Okay,
know.
that's the
Naturally
thing.
good
I
skin.
thought that I
always-
did. That's what I thought.
You've always had good skin.
Thank you
actually,
so
yeah.
much. Yes, I remember when we were in church as kids, old ajumas would actually come up to me and be like, "Can I touch your face?" And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you've always had really
"Yes."
smooth.
That's where you got the fucking wart.
Oh my god!
Oh,
The
that is-
church.
Oh my God, NCBC.
Oh, seriously.
I smell a lawsuit.
Speaking of
It's the
lawsuits,
ajumas.
Oh my God, we'll save that for later in the pod. Obviously, we've known each other since we were like 5 years old. There's like
Seriously.
so much shit that we could talk about.
Oh, I know.
When I was outlining, I was like, man, we could like go back to some church memories, but like obviously no one would find that entertaining.
We would.
If you want to talk about, if you're comfortable talking about some of the drama in LA and
oh,
like, that stuff.
absolutely, give it to me.
Well, we should launch into that because that's a pretty crazy story. So do you mind sharing the lawsuit story with
Oh yeah.
your ex-roommate?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Do I say name? No, but that could
Don't
be
use
like
names. Don't use
Maybe
names.
no
yeah.
names and just
Shit.
yeah.
Okay. So we'll call her Anna.
Okay, call her Anna.
Anna.
Perfect. Okay. Fictional character. though.
Yeah, Anna or Anna, we used to work together for a billionaire in the Bay Area, which is a whole nother story in itself.
Whoa.
This psycho billionaire. I shouldn't say psycho. And we didn't see each other that much because, she'd be working during the day and I'd be like taking care of the billionaires' kids like at night. So we didn't interact too much. But during 2020, I was living in LA and she was up in the Bay Area and we just happened to start talking again, during COVID. At the time, she was going through a divorce and I was in the middle of this big heartbreak of this guy that totally effed me up in LA, like sent me straight to therapy, like an outpatient program. I was part of an outpatient program for 1 year because this guy like damaged me so badly. Aaron knows this person actually.
Let's not name names.
We won't, but we can talk about it off the mic.
Sure.
But so we're both separately, me and Anna, dealing with our separate heartbreaks, right? But that kind of like brought us together where we just kind of relied on each other. So we kind of just became like butt buddies and we got really chummy. We became like really good friends, but really just on the basis of heartbreak. Like we kind of just became each other's therapists.
Yeah.
You know when you just bond over one certain
you guys
thing?
are just like sad girl buddies. Yeah.
Totally sad. Yeah, sad girls. And this girl, Anna, she has issues, but like we all have issues. But I didn't really understand it at the time. But there are little things that I would see that were problematic. Like she had a problem with money. She never spent wisely. She was like really impulsive when it came to purchases.
Was there anything that stands out in your memory of like a random thing she bought?
So she was going through a divorce at the time. And she was trying to find any guy to kind of fulfill that hole. So she was on Tinder, but not Tinder. It was called Minder. It's Muslim Tinder. Do you know that's a thing?
No.
Because her ex was brown, a brown guy. So she only deals with brown. Anna's white, by the way. So she's like, she needs some of that ethnic flavor.
Sure.
So after the divorce. Minder. I didn't know that was a thing.
What a terrible name.
I know,
Anyway,
Muslim
continue.
Tinder.
Yeah.
So she would go on Minder and try to find the next brown guy. And there's this one guy she matched with who was in LA. Total fuckboy. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, of course.
Total
Sure.
fuckboy.
That's what we call boys from LA. That's like their actual
They really
title.
are, though.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's terrible. But he was in LA. She was in NorCal. I don't know how they match. Oh, I guess he has a property in San Francisco. So he's pretty well off.
rich.
So he go back and forth. But basically, she became infatuated, obsessed with this guy. And basically, what she's doing is projecting her past relationship onto this person, right? So she would drive down to LA basically every weekend to see this guy and just kind of make the excuse of like, oh, I'm in the area for work. But really, she's like going there for the sole purpose of seeing him. So she's like Airbnb every weekend. That shit is like $700 a week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just like impulsive things. And all the while she's like, I have no money. I can't afford rent. She's like telling her landlord, like, can I pay you in 2 weeks? Just like really doesn't have her priorities straight. That's like one thing. And I should have known that. But as time went on, anytime any little inconvenience would happen, she'd be like, I can't do this. I just need to go on vacation. I need to leave, like just escape reality, which a lot of us do. But like we say that, but we don't really do it. But she
Yeah.
would do it. And during 2021, that summer, I was going to Europe for 5 weeks, partially
Because you were trying to get away.
Actually, yes. It was my e-print
Wait a
lecture.
minute.
But it was actually partially work too. I got paid to go and take someone's son to London. And I was like, well, if I'm there, I might as well hop around.
Right.
So my plan was to
It
do
was
London.
opportunistic.
Absolutely. I'm an opportunist, okay?
I'm not bad with money, but I am an opportunist. Yes, for sure.
And she was like, I want to join you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And she's like, but my credit card limit is 1,000.
What?
And do you mind like spotting me? And I'm like,
Wait, that's a big red flag. Anyone with a credit line
I'm
limit of
blind to red
1,000
flags.
is basically
People
an
are like, oh, it's a
18-year-old.
red flag. And I'm like, what?
That is crazy.
Already, I would have
Yeah,
been like,
most people would. But
No.
I'm like stupidly generous when it comes to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, you're going through a hard time. Yeah. I'll spot you the $2,000
Yeah.
to fly to escape your problems. So basically, she flew to meet me in Spain. We like rented a car, did this whole trip where we drove down the south of Spain, went to Paris, and then I bought her ticket back because she didn't have any money. Like, and I'm paying for all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, of course I'll pay you back. And in my head, I'm like, of course she'll pay me back.
Why wouldn't she? Yeah.
Why wouldn't she? She's my friend.
Right.
And so we come back like September of 2021, right? And after September, she's still dealing with her divorce thing, which by the way, side story, her ex-husband tried to settle with her and like she was like, look, I'll give you the life savings, you know, trying to negotiate these things outside of court. She said no to all of them because she's like, I want more money.
Wow.
You need to give me more money. And that just kind of shows the character she is. So she pushed it all the way to court. And guess what? In court, she lost. And she owed him money.
Whoa.
Yes. And on top of that, you know how outrageous lawyer fees are.
Yeah.
She racked up like $50K in lawyer fees.
Damn.
Oh my Lord.
Right. And I guess like she made an arrangement to do $500 monthly to the lawyer. All the while she's going to LA paying $1,000 a weekend to see this guy.
Just imagining a
who's fucking
lawyer
around.
also being like, we're going to have installments of $500 a month for
The rest of your
100
life.
months.
No, not like for the
100
rest
months
of your
is such
life.
a random number.
For the rest of your life. It sounds nice. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, okay, terrible with money. You guys go on this trip to Europe, to Spain. Also, I love that. Credit limit of 1,000. Whereas and
it's true.
I feel like
It's
you have
true.
like really high credit limit,
I
Michelle.
do.
'Cause you've had like nice credit cards since we were like 20.
Oh, thank
and I've always
you.
been
What
like,
a compliment.
Damn, you got a metal credit card? Damn, you got another metal credit card? Like every time we get dinner, you and Liz would always be like throwing down your metal credit cards.
I know.
I'm like, damn, you guys have good credit, huh? Damn. That sounds nice. So anyway, you guys get back.
Yes. And okay, so that's like September 2021. And I'm not pushing it. Like she'll pay me back when she pays me back. She's in the midst of the divorce. I feel bad for her. I'm a very empathetic person. And then comes like December, January. And at that point, she's like, I think I'm going to move. I think I'm going to take a job in Europe. And she negotiated a pretty good salary.
Okay.
Yeah. And so come January 2022, she's like packing up all her stuff. And the thing was like, I was living at home before and she was like, why don't you just take over my apartment? And I'm like, oh yeah, that would be so great. So I basically took over her apartment, got my own lease, but like took over her space, right? And so she's packing everything up and she's like, well, I can leave some of my stuff here. That's okay, right? I'm going to be back in a couple months and just to like slowly bring things over. And I'm like, yeah. And she would just keep putting things on me. And she's like, she had 2 cats. She's like, it's okay if I leave the cats here for a while, right? You'll take care of them. Not even asking, like, you'll take care of them. And I'm like, yeah, I have 2 of my own cats and they're special needs, but 4 cats, why not?
You have special
my
needs cats?
God.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? I was talking to Celine about it. I'll show you later.
okay, yeah,
Their hind legs they don't function, so they can't walk or jump properly.
Whoa.
They're the loves of my life. They really, I got them as my emotional support animals. I actually have letters for them. They're legitimate. They are legit.
We
They're
have so much to
legitimate.
talk about. Okay,
So
wait,
I got
so many
continue with this.
problems.
Continue.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so she's just kind of laying these things over and over, and it's like building. I'm like, okay, you owe me money. You want me to take care of your cats. Okay, now I'm housing your stuff. Like, at a certain point, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But I'm still trying to be empathetic. I'm like, hey, Anna, can you maybe like pay me back monthly from what you owe me? Because Europe was like maybe at $11,000 total. So she owed me like maybe around 4K. And so she moves to Europe. Our relationship just slowly starts going downhill from there. So eventually I was like, look, Anna, if you don't give me a date or if you don't have somebody take these cats, I'm going to send them or give them to a new home.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like really irresponsible of you to just dump this here and
Sure.
not give me any sort of information or compensation.
And our new home will be in
Much better.
in like a bag at the bottom of the LA River.
Oh my God. I would
Aaron.
never.
Well, I mean, that's how you threaten
would
people.
not-
That's how you threaten people, Michelle.
See,
I'm
I
just saying.
can't. No, I have no bone in me can do that. I will sue you, but I'll never take it that
I'm
far.
gonna kill your cat.
Yeah. No, never.
And that's why she obviously took advantage. Anna took advantage.
Yeah,
of her.
yeah. I'm just a really generous person. But anyways, and then she flips it on me and then it's like, I only left them there knowing that you would take care of them or else I never would have done it. It became so manipulative.
Hella
and I'm like,
gaslighty,
how
bro. Fuck that.
audacious of you, the caucasity of you
Yeah.
to talk to me like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm done. Like, I am done. You can come get your stuff. You can come get your cats. Like, I can't do this anymore. And you need to pay me back. I need you to pay me back. And I have all these screenshots of her text messages, you know? And from there, it just became worse and worse. Finally, I was like, this girl, okay. Oh my God. Okay. There's so much to unravel. So the line was actually drawn because I found out, and I won't tell you how I found out because it may be illegal, but I found out that she was vacationing in Greece and Italy after she moved over there.
It's always a bad look when you're
So she's not working in
spending money
Berlin.
when you owe
Well,
money.
I guess she
She
is,
but she's
but
also
going on vacation
vacations,
and
right.
spending money that you don't have to pay me back.
Right.
And that's when I decided I'm going to contact her parents, which I already knew because we would FaceTime all the time when we were on vacation. And I was chumming with, they really liked me. And I was like, I'm so sorry to, dump this on you, but I don't know if you know, Anna, when we went on vacation, I paid for everything. I can't contact her because she like ghosted me after a while. She won't return any of my messages. I know she's in Europe, but I still can't get a hold of her. The mom emails back, thinking she emailed the dad only, because
Oh, my
And,
God.
and she's like, Albert, how could Anna have done this? Where did we go wrong as parents? Oh my God, what did she do? All the while I'm reading it, like the dad's not even on this email, so I'm like. I respond.
forward.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm like, you know what? You did nothing wrong as parents.
You just replied.
Yes, I
"Hey,
did."
Dear wifey, I'm using Michelle's account. We did nothing wrong. We did everything right.
No, I was like, I want to reassure her it's not her. I'm like, and so she
So then you
responds
sued
back.
her, basically.
Well, yeah. So after this back and forth, and then the sister gets involved and is like, please don't ever contact my family again or we will sue you because her
Why?
husband's a lawyer. Because, so they were saying, our dad is not in good health and you are basically harassing our family. And I'm like, my emails are not harassing. They're literally like, can you get a hold of your daughter, please?
Yeah.
And I sent a whole Excel sheet with all the receipts of everything she owed me, And the parents after that didn't respond. And then, the sister responded. And then after that stopped
It's
responding.
also like crazy that even their parents couldn't be like, okay, 4K, we'll
Yeah,
just give
let
it
me
to
just
like,
give
what
it
the
to
fuck?
you.
Right.
They all have
I have a
$1,000
feeling-
credit limits as well.
I have a feeling that they probably offered. But the pride of Anna was like, no. I would have been like,
Hubris.
I'd be like, hell yeah, give it to me. Give it to
Do
me.
you think her parents?
Well, we've established-
they can afford it.
I think so because I think they're wise with their money.
Okay.
She had told me she had never been financially independent. It was always like boyfriend to boyfriend living together. Their expenses were always
Man,
together.
this
So
really
she's like,
reminds me of somebody.
ooh,
Ooh, no,
that's
no,
next.
no. Let's.
Oh, no,
we
we're
have to
gonna-
change that name.
Please. Yeah.
So I think one, I think she had a mental illness, but two, just really ignorant and naive and stupid with money because they never had the opportunity to be independent and like make these funds and learn how to use them because they've always had dual income. Like her ex was a doctor. She's used to that
She has
lifestyle.
good taste in men.
But yeah.
I love Muslims. I
Yeah,
was
they're
on
very
Minder for
nice.
many years. Before
Oh, were
I met my
you?
wife. Yeah.
Like you
Before I
looking, or
met
you
my
were,
wife.
or
I
you
was
were
actually
on
Muslim
there?
for a long time.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I converted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, see, I'm really gullible. You can tell me that.
This is funny
I
because
am
Michelle
so
and I
concerned for
Michelle and I
Michelle
grew
right now.
up together going to church for like the first 12 years of my life. We were like, and she's like, "You're Muslim? No way."
You know what?
I was on the praise team, with Michelle.
Oh yeah, you played the bass.
I played
didn't
the
you?
bass,
Oh
yeah.
my god, you slapping the bass. Well, I don't know. In your adult life, you could have.
It's true. I
No
could've.
judgment.
No,
I
and
respect
obviously
that.
no judgment.
I respect that. Yeah.
Okay, but to summarize the story, at the very end, you end up suing her.
Yes,
You're
I was like, ugh. And so I reddited, German law, German lawyers. I tried to find as much as I could, like trying to figure out how the whole process, because their whole judicial system is so different than America.
You had to learn German.
Yeah, I'm like Aaron. 9. I am like Aaron Brockoviching this whole thing.
Oh my God, I love this.
And then to figure out how, just for just the principle, you don't do this to friends.
Yeah.
And I finally just like found one and I emailed them thinking nothing is going to happen. We had this chat over WhatsApp and he was like, yeah, well, I'll take your case. And I'm like, thank you so much. And so in the beginning, he emailed her to be like, I'm representing Michelle. You owe this much money. She comes back. I think she didn't respond for the first, few dozen emails. Finally, she comes back and is like, I'm sorry, what owe money? Can you show me where this contract is? Where was it written that I owed her money? And I was like, this bitch has the audacity to turn around and be like, I don't owe you money.
So basically, she is trying to get out of any sort of responsibility, culpability, accountability.
Just
so,
straight up being like, I don't owe you any money.
It just reminds me of when you go on vacations with people and they're like, well, I actually didn't have any of the fries at dinner. And then just having to calculate those little things.
Minus
just
$8.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
oh. But that's why I hate traveling with broke friends. Like at this point in life, it's like,
Right.
sorry, man. If you're broke, just don't come on the trip then.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I just don't travel with friends anymore. This is why I'm a solo traveler.
I think that's generally better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just really
As you get
liberating.
older and older, it's harder to travel with different people.
It is. Even family. I'm like, I'm here with my family. I'm like, I'm never
I
fucking
mean,
doing
you're
this
with
again.
you're with her sister, aren't you?
My sister and my mom. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, your mom's very lovely, and your dad.
Well, have you seen the other side of them? You know
Of course
how,
not.
You know
I
how
saw
Korean
them on
parents are.
Sundays.
Yeah.
I know. You see the good side, but
Never assume.
Flip side.
Never. Yeah.
Well, they're Korean, so we can assume that they're crazy as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my
but
men-
okay, just to
Yeah,
just to
sorry.
conclude your story, though, you ended up getting the lawyer to garnish her wages.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And then you got your
that
money
in
back.
itself wasn't a process. So
Okay.
it just became this ping pong for one entire year.
Right.
And finally, we're able to send the letter. He's like, they've received the letter. Now she can either accept or deny. Of course, she denied it. Once it gets denied, then we have to send in a court order. Once you send a court order, then you have to show up at court and then argue your case. And I was like, I will fly there just to be in court, just to look her straight in the eye and defend myself.
Imagine if you showed up looking like this.
Look what I went through.
You did
I'm
this
all
to
bent.
me.
Yeah.
You gave me warts.
She probably did.
Probably did.
Yeah. And so, okay. And so the court date was settled. She didn't show up, which means it's an automatic win,
Automatic
for
Nice.
me.
Sweet.
But it's like, oh, if you really had a case, wouldn't you have come
Yeah,
and defended
right.
yourself?
Nah, but she was a
Oh, I'm sorry, you
coward.
can't because I have screenshots of everything you sent, which I don't know in America if that would hold up. It might. You might have to request transcripts from the actual phone company.
I feel like nothing holds up anymore.
It's hard. America's
Yeah.
hard. You can get yourself out of
Sounds like
everything.
in Germany things are a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah, they are. They're
So-
more justice oriented.
Justice oriented. That's
Thank
good.
God.
yeah, when I think of Germans, I think of they always do the right thing. Those Germans.
Now they do.
So-
Now they do. Okay, so she didn't show up.
She didn't show up.
Automatic win for me. And then it becomes okay. We have to find her workplace and then send them, or the court has to approve garnishment. Which at that point is that not embarrassing? Is that not embarrassing for your workplace to receive a paper saying,
Yeah.
you owe someone's suing
Obviously,
you?
this woman does not give a fuck.
Yeah, she has
a
no
flying
shame.
fuck and
Which
no
is
shame.
Yeah, shameless. Which is so crazy
Shameless.
because she was so obsessed with how she'd appeared. Like when we
She's a
went,
narcissist.
She is. So the HR had to get the letter to approve the garnishment, which happened like in May actually. And so May, I got my first check, and I could not believe it. Yeah, like I think my lawyer himself was even surprised that it even like went through because it's been over a year. This started in January of 2020.
Is she paying like interest on that? What she owes you as
Yeah.
well?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So how much
had
is
she
the-
the original amount that she owed me was like 3,800 flat.
Okay.
Around. And because of interest, because of
Lawyer fees.
court fees, everything, it's like 5,000 or 6,000.
Nice.
And I'm like, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Yeah.
So I got 2 payments from garnishment, and I have a third payment coming up because she has to pay for the court fees. And my lawyer gave her the opportunity, like, you can pay this, or we can go the garnishment route.
Yeah.
Of course, she didn't respond. So now we're garnishing again. But I'm like, is that not so embarrassing? And forget it. But I would have been mortified to have my HR be like, well, we
She's
got to take this
clearly
money out.
Very avoidant. So basically, what she's doing is like she's just like, okay, if it's coming out, it's coming out.
Yes.
I don't have to be like aware of it and care about it. I mean, what does she do with the cats though? I have to ask.
Oh, so
They're in a burlap
Oh
sack
my
at the
God,
bottom of the
stop.
LA River. What?
Stop.
It's not
it.
even a funny
I'm gonna
joke.
kill you.
Well, you're gonna put me in a burlap
yes,
sack
I
and throw me at the
am.
bottom of the
You,
Hahn
I have
River?
no problem with that.
Okay, fine.
So somebody came by and actually picked them up. I think that she, what's the word? Like released them. Basically gave them up
I
to
see.
another home.
Okay.
And this person was lovely, and I'm like, great. The cats are lovely. They're just like crazy when it comes to my cats.
Right.
So I was sad to have to give them up. But this
At
new
least
person
she
seemed
did
very
the right
nice.
thing there, I guess.
She had no choice.
Oh,
Either
she had
I
no
would have
choice.
found the home,
Yeah.
or she would have found the home. Right.
But she could have just been super avoidant and just left
You're
the
right.
dogs,
You're right.
cats
But I will
there.
also say, like, that's not where the story ends. After the garnishment, actually, before I even got the garnishment, but when the garnishment went through, I started getting these messages on Instagram.
Well, I was going to seg into that because I heard this
right,
story.
right.
I heard the story while we were just like getting ready in New York. And I was like listening to Michelle's story. I remember I turned it up. I was like, babe, I just need to listen to this right now.
Oh my God,
and you were
thank
just
you
like
for
talking about this.
listening.
And I was like, this is a pretty insane story. But then it made me think like, yeah, you're getting attacked by these strangers on Instagram who are using like Finsta accounts to like, you know, basically be like, leave her alone, you fucking bitch.
She's
whatever.
like, you're gonna rot in hell. What you did to Anna is deplorable. You are the devil. You're going to hell. And I'm like,
yeah.
Do you know what
I'm like,
happened?
are you also being like deceived? Like, I'm sorry,
Also,
you need to
are
run.
you Anna?
It could, maybe it is.
I don't
Anna.
think so.
Anna's
No,
sister.
I'm pretty sure that one of the people that messaged me was her best friend. Yeah, she
But like,
was so
'cause
hateful.
I think that you have like you have an Instagram presence. Like, you're a funny person. Your stories are funny.
Thanks.
But you also have like your ceramics page. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's like different sides to Michelle. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's like the
Many sides.
outgoing kind of really like the Michelle I grew up with pretty much. And then there's like the artsy, like music, like, which I've always known that you're a really great musician, great artist.
Yes.
Thanks.
You know what I
I've
mean? But
also
like your
seen those.
ceramics are really amazing. So I guess my question is like, are you trying to preserve a certain identity online, or are you just kind of like, whatever, I'm going to let the world know the story? Because I feel like if I were you, I'd be kind of, well, I have a podcast, but I would be kind of loath to like on my main page to be like posting stuff about my personal life in that
Yeah.
way. I don't know.
No, I think the biggest thing for me is because I'm in education. I have to be mindful about the things that I post,
Right.
which sucks. It sucks because not only am I in education, but I also do like entertainment too. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm in commercial. I try to do commercials and acting, and those kind of conflict because I can't be my outrageous self.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared that content's going to get me fired. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I try to minimize that on my Instagram and leave it only for close friends. But I
Right.
wish I could because I,
mean,
also
you
think
posted
it'd be
yesterday
funny.
on your stories about like, I need a poop. I can't find a bathroom. And I was like, that's Michelle. That's the Michelle I grew up with.
right? No,
Yeah.
that could have been on my like open stories, but I just did that on close friends anyway.
Okay.
That kind of stuff is okay, but the law stuff, you know, I have to be careful
Yeah,
about.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But I wish I could, you know, if
Maybe
I
you
ever
should just
exit
quit your
education,
job and like,
who's gonna be my sugar daddy? I'm looking for a sugar
well,
daddy.
you know,
so.
that's a great seg because we had talked about sugar daddies the other night at the bar, and it was like the funniest conversation because if there's any one of my friends who needs a sugar daddy, it's got to be you. but then Michelle, I feel like you'd have to like become someone that like I know that you're really not. Like,
Are
you're
you
not-
sure?
I really know
I
you're
am
not.
a hoe. I'm just kidding. I'm just
I
kidding.
think people
for
like
money,
in LA
for the right
when they
price,
see you
I am.
now, like, you know, growing up, I've just known you my whole life. So it's like at a certain point, I was like, oh, Michelle could definitely like be like an Asian hoey girl. You know what I mean? But I just know that's not who you are.
It's
Like,
not. It's
and
really
I know
not.
you.
Like I've never been to a club in my life.
Exactly. But I'm like, then you're getting like DMs from guys being like, yo, you look like Peggy Goo. Like, I'll fucking spoil you. And I'm like, okay, fucking exploit that shit. Like, you know, these thirst trapping
only.
white boys or whatever, or these black guys or whatever.
That's where I draw the line, though. White boys.
Oh, really?
No
Yeah,
white boys.
that's where I am on my dating apps. I'm like, I refuse to be colonized. One time I was trying to meet up with a white guy from a dating app, and I got ghosted. Like he stood me up. He was like, I'm on my way, and then just disappeared.
So he wasn't real to begin with then.
No, I think he was because I mean he would send me videos and stuff. Unless he already had that.
But we've seen those documentaries where the guy is
Oh,
sending the same
catfishing.
video.
Yeah.
Because like actually Jaeyeon has a very similar story where she like was talking to a guy and then got ghosted and then ended up meeting a Facebook group of girls who were ghosted by the same guy, and then they all linked up and commiserated. And I mean, he probably wasn't real to begin with.
Wait,
you know?
it was probably like an old person that's just bored.
Using someone else's photos.
You know what? There's so many Facebook groups like that, especially when I was living in LA. It was like dedicated to certain individuals that were just like crazy
That is insane.
or scammers,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, but this guy, he just was like, I'm on my way. Nothing
Never.
happened. No.
Maybe he got
And
kidnapped
I was like, I hope
and
you didn't
taken.
die.
On the way to me, Michelle.
Sue
I
was like, no, he definitely got kidnapped. No guy would ever stand me up. This is insane.
No, right.
I'd like to file a missing persons report.
Absolutely. I'm on the search for him. I hope he's okay. We're looking for him
We're
right now.
looking
Wait, but
right
have you
now.
not been propositioned yet to have a sugar daddy? I feel like
Why do you
No.
need a sugar daddy?
I
First of all,
mean-
I kind of take offense to your statement earlier where you're like, if anybody needs a sugar daddy, it's Michelle.
Okay, let me
What
let
does
me
that
let me
mean?
revise that. I don't think you
Yeah, what
need a
does
sugar
that mean?
daddy for like financial or validation or whatever. What I meant to say is like if there's anyone out there who could get one and like honestly
What a compliment.
like I feel like you could get one if you really wanted to, but you'd have so I was like
okay.
you'd have
That's
to
better.
compromise some values there. You know what I mean? Like we grew up Christian, you know, like you fucking also sang in church shit too.
I
you know,
did.
Like, so
Yeah.
it's like at a certain point,
That was great.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
it's so funny because you also went to Irvine, which is like when your honus could have come out, but instead you went to church all 4 years. Like, you know, like
Yeah, I did.
You really like
5 years because I was a super senior. Yeah.
You really like escaped the devil for so long, and now you're in LA, and like the devil's trying to
The
get you.
devil's on your shoulder talking to
He's
you
like,
every
"Yo,
day.
make an OnlyFans," and you're like, "I don't know, devil."
Show your feet.
My feet are not pretty enough. I've tried, man. I've tried. But yeah, no, I have not. Also, I think that sugar daddies in the Bay Area are a little bit different. I don't think they expect hoes.
I think they're softer.
They probably
for
want
sure.
like intellectual hoes.
I feel
which
like you'd be
don't know.
perfect for
Would
a
I?
sugar
Oh.
daddy in the Bay Area because, like, you're like, I'll be doing ceramics
Yes.
and playing the guitar
Yes.
for a
Naked
nice-
for you,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
pay me. Yeah.
no
right.
touching.
No touching.
No touching.
You can look. You can sit like 5
Can
feet
you imagine?
across.
I'm like covered in clay on just like the important parts. Yeah. Maybe
Kinda like
that'll be my
this.
new
This is
venture.
great, yeah.
That'll be my new venture.
But also because we had also talked about you learned what pay pigs were very recently,
Yeah.
and also
What is that?
pay pigs are like dominatrixes who
This is new to me,
who,
too.
like bully men to give them money, but the men want to be dominated, and they
I need one
it's
of
called
those.
FinDom, financial
Yeah,
Oh
domination.
my god, I
Googled
need
this.
to do this.
Yes.
I would be so
Maybe-
good at
maybe
this.
anyone
a
who
twofer,
needs-
a twofer up in here.
Oh my god.
If anyone needs a FinDom, holler at Sue.
Sue would actually be so
Min.
good at it. She's so good at making men feel small.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, fantastic!
I would be so good at this.
You're
I'd be
meant to
like,
do
"Shut
that.
the
You're
fuck
meant
up
to
and
do this."
Give me money.
No, that's-
Send me $3,000.
I'm so turned on right now.
now.
Sue, that is literally what they do. I'm not even kidding. That's literally what
I'm
they
shocked
do.
to know
Wait,
this.
I am so shook. Did I just find my
I think you found your career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this my
Welcome.
life calling?
I think it is.
Oh my
It's
god.
what the French call raison d'être.
Raison
D'être.
d'être.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
D'être?
D'être.
Ah, d'être.
Raison d'être.
Raison d'être. Okay, wait. Yeah, how do I sign up?
So I don't know.
We'll Google this.
the
We'll look it up.
messenger.
Okay, this needs to be like, this needs to be
Wait,
something.
have
we
you
do.
known anyone in your friend group that had a sugar daddy? or
Ironically, Anna did. When
Anna
we,
did.
When we were in Europe, she would be like, "Can you take a video of me topless?" And I'm like,
Whoa.
Yes, I mean, like it would be not super outright.
Yeah.
just a little
Like
suggestive.
stylishly erotic.
like topless at the beach and like kind of prancing around. And so I would take these videos of her.
Classy. I just want to say, these are classy erotic photos, and she
Wait.
just starts prancing.
Wait, and the funny thing is like because she didn't have money, like she went only on a one way. And then she didn't have a return ticket. I ended up buying the return ticket. She was trying to get money for the return ticket, but these guys wouldn't send her money. I'm like, this is so sad.
Yeah, damn. They're like, these are not sexy. These are silly. I want sexy photos.
Yeah, well, no, she would tell me that she had these arrangements of like, okay, we are going on 3 dates a night, and I get like $1,000 a week. I mean, 3 dates a week, and I get $1,000 a week.
I mean,
but they
that's-
never like fully. I think it would start out, and they never fully.
Yeah, they
panned
don't
out.
want to commit to it. Yeah. Essentially, basically, I feel like sugar daddy, like that business just becomes essentially like prostitution, or like it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, it's a transactional relationship,
Absolutely,
right? Which is
absolutely.
like, hey, baby, here's your allowance. Let's fuck. You
Yeah.
know, like whatever. I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I have had friends.
Wait a minute, I just paid you. Let's fuck.
I have had friends that were on like seekingarrangements.com.
Yeah,
you
I've
know?
heard of that, yeah.
And they said that they went on a couple of dates and they're like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Some people have morals.
No.
Not to say that you
Not
don't.
no judgment
Yeah.
against people who do, but that goes back to like, look, we grew up in church together. I will say that among like our year group and stuff, you and I were definitely the most like outrageous people. I'm probably Chan too. Like
Yeah.
just silly, outrageous,
I know.
no filter people.
You're right.
You know what I
kinda-
mean?
Yeah, and I don't feel like I am her anymore, which kind of makes me sad. I feel like you're still Aaron. Aaron from.
Oh, that sucks.
Wait.
I was kidding. I was kidding.
No, I mean like personality wise, you're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You're out there. It's a good thing. And I feel like me, I had to like kind of tame myself, maybe partially because I'm also in education, but I don't feel like that Michelle anymore. And
You're
that kind
definitely
of makes
not
me
that,
sad.
Michelle. You're not as hyperactive as we were when we were young.
I mean, I don't have the energy anymore.
You definitely don't have the energy.
I
yeah.
don't. Yeah.
But
I think you went through just like a really traumatic
I'm jaded.
event. Jaded with, just human beings in general. You're probably
But
just,
also, like
tired.
in our church group, if like people were like, "Hey, among our group, who do you think would have an OnlyFans?" It'd be like, I guess we'll vote Michelle. You know, like by default, she wins
It
by
would be like the
default.
most ridiculous OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some weird niche
It's
of
not
things.
like a sexual
Because
thing.
like
it'd be
everyone
like
else from our year
weird
group, all the
kinks.
girls are pretty like nice, you know, just like good,
Nice
They're
Asian
all
girls.
married with kids.
Yeah,
and
you're
shit,
right.
You know,
Damn,
like,
I am single. Yeah,
but whereas
I'm
like,
the weirdo child.
with,
yeah,
with the guys from our year, like most of us are still man children. When I look at the girls from our group, I go, wow, they work at like Apple and Google. And
Right.
they're like
So
killing
successful.
It. They're
Yeah,
all,
right.
Like, really successful.
and then there's me.
well,
I'm
you're an
like,
artist
what?
though. That's the thing.
Oh,
you
God.
pursued the art path.
I know. I do sometimes envy that life.
You're
you know.
creative.
Yeah, and someone had said something to me about the Bay Area that was really, I'd never thought about it this way because LA is such a big creative scene. Everyone's in some sort of art field, right? And they can live like that. Even though LA's not that cheap, they can still make a life. They don't have to have a super regular job or work
Yeah,
in tech.
yeah.
They can maintain a living. Here, my friend was like, the reason why there are not that many creatives, because I feel like creatively stunted in the Bay Area, they're like, people can't survive in the Bay as a
There's
creative.
no way.
It can only be a hobby.
Right.
There can only be a hobby in creatives. And that's where I was like, you're right. That's why the scene for me feels, I'm sure there are pockets that I'm not aware of, but I feel very creatively stunted in the Bay, which is why I want to move.
I mean,
But
you
yeah,
were
you
doing
just can't
like
afford.
you were doing like weekly plane trips to LA for a while. Were you?
I
Was
was
it because you
going
were
off-
working part time at a different school, or what was the deal with that?
Oh, when I lived in LA or in the Bay?
I guess you lived in LA and you were going back to the Bay a
Oh,
lot.
actually, I would fly back to the Bay because of the billionaire lady.
Oh, 'cause
She'd be
you-
like,
okay,
I'm
got
gone
it.
for the weekend. Can you take care of the kids? I'm paying you
I
X amount.
see.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be there.
Because
you know?
also during that time,
That's
your stories were
incredible.
all just like, "Am I gonna miss my? It's like, my flight leaves in 12 minutes. I'm still in Echo Park. Am I gonna miss my flight?" And then it's like, "I made my flight." I'm like, "How the fuck did you
How
get to the
did
airport?"
you do that?
by the grace of God, that would be my story every other
It
week.
was like
yeah.
very frequent. I was like, "Damn."
I would never
Are
change.
you flying
I'd
out
never
of
change.
Burbank?
Sometimes.
Okay.
But sometimes I would be, LAX would be like, I'm not going to make it, but I would make it somehow.
somehow. I was just like blown
Incredible.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm chaotic. Chaotic good.
Yes, you are chaotic.
Thank
Like,
you.
It is chaotic.
But you
good,
know what I
yeah.
realized? I actually think that it's undiagnosed ADHD. I think I have ADHD.
The amount of people that we grew up with who probably had undiagnosed ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you?
Pretty much everyone has.
You know, I've had this
You don't-
conversation.
I don't
I
think
definitely
you
don't
do.
think I do.
No.
Oh, really?
But I would.
I don't think
But
he
I would
does.
definitely take those drugs if they were given to me. You know what
Absolutely,
I mean?
you would.
Separately.
Like I don't
I'm-
have
I'm shocked
ADHD,
you haven't
but I
already.
have.
He's like, I want all my-
ADHD. Yeah.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Wait, let's talk about like breaking into Hollywood and acting. So Michelle's a really talented guitarist. Okay, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now. So in
Oh,
high
please.
school, we all thought we could play guitar. Jay's a guitarist, for example,
Oh, I
so
didn't
he'll
know that.
appreciate this. And Michelle actually could rip. And her favorite musician was John Mayer, and
Still is.
she would play Neon, which at my high school everyone's like, Neon's the hardest song by John Mayer. And then one day I think I mentioned it to you, and you're like, I know how to play that song, and you just played it. And I remember because Alan Kim was also pretty good at guitar, and Daniel was really good.
Oh, Daniel's
Kim.
really good.
And I was just like in awe of you and Daniel specifically. Just so both of you guys were so good at the guitar, and I was like just trying to do chord, like sing Green Day songs.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
I wish we had a guitar right
Oh
now,
my
so
God,
she could
no.
just.
I mean, she's and also Michelle's a really good artist, like visual artist. Did you go to Irvine for art? Did you
I
study art?
did. I did.
Yeah.
Studio art.
And now you're like into ceramics. So like you really notch off a lot of the sort of prerequisites of being a creative. Like you are talented. But then when you go to Hollywood, it's not about talent at
It's
that
not.
point. It's about
It's
like
not.
kind of exposure and kind of taking advantage of opportunities and fucking people over and stuff. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and fucking people.
And fucking
And
people.
fucking
Yes,
people.
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's why I couldn't make it because I'm like, I'm not going to fuck people or fuck them
Were
over.
you ever in a
I
position
need
with
to
like
sell
a
out, though.
producer or like, hey, I work for The Bachelor and we need like a new contestant, you know?
No, well, like given an offering of like do this,
Or like
Like a Harvey
sort of
Weinstein
implied,
situation.
you know,
Harvey
like,
Weinstein
hey, if you want to come over and talk
God,
about
I
that
wish.
script, you know.
I mean, I've definitely had people. I know that sounds so bad. I don't mean it like that, but like maybe. I've definitely had people. Everyone's like, I'm a producer. Everyone,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and you can be, you know. But there was this one guy I remember on Instagram. Random people would just add me and then be like, hey, I want you to read this or let's meet up. And you're always going in thinking like, this could be an opportunity for work, but usually that's not what it is.
Yeah,
you know? But I have had some people be like, let's meet up. And it just ends up being like, no,
Like a
thank
date
you.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, thank you. Like, why are your Instagram all these pretty girls? Like, you only add these pretty girls
Yeah.
and then ask to meet with them
Yeah.
with some pretense of talking about potential work. No. Yeah. LA's a really hard place.
Yeah. Have you booked any auditions recently that you're
I've
excited
booked
about?
so many auditions, but I haven't booked the gig.
The gig, yeah.
Yeah, like even in Korea, I had an audition for. Oh, I was telling you, Crystal Geyser.
I was like the water brand.
yes, yeah, for voice acting.
No, but I think that you could definitely do voice acting for
Yeah.
sure.
Thanks. I mean, I've had some, but it is. This year has been a dry year. I've had a lot of auditions, but like for being in entertainment, that's your job. Your job is just auditions.
Yeah, getting rejected.
Booking is just the bonus.
Yeah,
you
right,
know,
right.
and it's so rare to book.
Yeah.
Like I booked last year. I was supposed to be here at this time with my mom and my sister too, but I canceled the trip 4 days before because I got booked for Burt's Bees, and I was like, sorry guys, forget my
Oh
family.
shit! You like did an ad for Burt's?
Yeah, I did a commercial for them,
Sick.
which I don't think ever came out.
Oh, interesting. But you got
Because
paid.
I got paid,
Let's go.
but I would have loved to see like the final product. You
Yeah,
know, it was supposed to be
right.
on Amazon and stuff, but I never saw it. Who knows? Maybe it's still coming out. But that's why I couldn't come last year. I canceled my trip 4 days before.
I see.
Yeah, I'm like, forget my family.
You got that Burt's Bees money.
Oh my god, they gave me so many birds, and Burt's Bees is my favorite.
It's our favorite.
It's my favorite. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is meant to be. Yeah, but this year has been. I mean, recently I did have. Oh, did you see? I put this on Instagram where I had to do an audition in Korean, and Korean is not my forte.
Oh.
It is
Michelle,
not.
you and I, we see eye to eye on that one, don't we?
Who's worse at Korean, me or you? Probably me.
Probably you at this point. But growing
Damn.
up, I definitely knew you were better growing up. But I think now I might be better.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so bad.
But you read copy in Korean?
It was for a Nickelodeon show,
Oh.
and it's an animation. And I'm playing this like young halmoni, like I'm a halmoni, but and they're going like they're doing a flashback as a young mother. So I'm talking to my child in Korean, and I'm like, there is no fucking way. So I had to ask my mom to read everything, and I
Yeah.
recorded it, and I basically just like practiced it over and
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
And I didn't realize my tongue is so not used to speaking Korean very well.
For sure, yeah.
Like it is like a tongue twister.
You will
I
always
felt so
sound
foreign.
non-Korean. Yeah.
I think I was able to fake it enough. I'll play for you guys off the record to
okay.
hear, but I think I was believable, but I obviously didn't book it, so not believable enough.
yeah, yeah.
But it's okay. But just to have that opportunity was really cool.
You have an agent
Yeah,
out there
that's
too?
so
I do
or-
have an agent in LA.
Nice.
And I'm like, I need to find an agent in the Bay. Because, being in the Bay was only supposed to be temporary. I was like, just going to come back for COVID and then move back to LA.
Yeah.
And now it's been, 3 years?
Wow.
And so I should find an agent in the Bay, but I haven't yet.
What's the state of the Bay Area right now? What are your thoughts? Is it impossible to live there? Is it still as douchebaggy as it was like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Even more, well, yeah. I mean,
Worse.
I
think
thought it would have cooled down once the exodus to Texas had happened. Like,
They're coming back, no?
are they?
it's
They're
still-
figuring out that Texas also fucking sucks. And they're all just coming
and
back.
it's nasty over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Bay is just, it's a special place, and it'll always be home for me, but it's not my place. Like, I just know that I'm not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And it's not where I can like really grow and flourish. But I don't know where that place would be. For a while I was going to move to New York. I was planning actually 2021 I was going to move to New York.
Yeah.
And then I got a gig but for ceramics in SF. There's this really cool restaurant. It's a Vietnamese restaurant called Bodega. They're awesome, and they asked me to do custom plateware for them. So I did like 100 plates. And for that reason I didn't move to New York because I had to focus
I
on
remember
that.
when you had like, a big project where you had to do a
Yeah.
fuck ton of plates. Oh my
I'll
God.
never do it again in my life.
That's
Wow.
looked
My
like
back
a lot
hurts
of work.
so bad. Yeah. It was a good learning experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. That was like during 2021 when I was doing my therapy outpatient program. Like I wasn't joking. That guy sent me into serious therapy. So I took a year off. I did disability. And that's when I
Damn.
started pottery. Like pottery really was my therapy.
I see.
I would spend all day in the studio because I didn't have to work, but I got paid
You
for
should write a
disability.
screenplay.
I should.
You should write a screenplay
It'd
based
be a
on that
sad
experience.
and then play myself.
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
God, yes. And then you
Yes.
could, oh my God, then
And
you
then
would
win an
written-
Oscar.
Yeah, written and directed by
Directed
Michelle
and
Chang.
produced.
Oh my
And
Yes.
act. Yeah.
A one-woman show.
Starring
Me.
Yes.
Yeah, you win
And
the
I-
Oscar for Best Actress, the Oscar for Best Director, and Best
And
Original Screenplay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The
Oh my God, you're right.
trifecta.
Okay, I'll get started on that. With my ADHD, it'll be 50 years.
Because I
but-
do remember also, maybe this is like maybe 10 years ago we had this conversation when you're like, I don't know. I feel like I should be famous. And I was like, you know what, Michelle? I kind of agree.
I
want you to be
too.
famous.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, I want to be famous too. And you're like, let's be famous. I was like, I don't know. I don't have any
Do you think
pathway
you don't
there.
think you could be famous?
I think that window closed when I turned like 32. But there was a time when I
really?
was like, I'm 25. Like, this is 10 years ago, Michelle. We had this conversation. And I was
God,
like,
I don't even
I could do it.
remember.
I could like quit my job, move to LA, try doing stand-up comedy, like try booking like a show. And then slowly but surely that window just closed. And then I did improv instead. That is my,
Who knows?
your-
That might be your segue into it. You,
you know, at this point, if it hasn't happened, it's probably not going to happen. So
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Never too late. Never
Never
give
too late.
up.
And I do feel like, I think that as an Asian American, things they do increasingly get better as time
Yeah,
goes by. Like 10 years ago, we probably didn't have a chance
That's true.
at
Yeah.
all. We probably did not. Now people are like, hell yeah, I want that Asian girl. You know,
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
that chubby Asian girl
No, for
because I'm
sure.
all about
Yeah,
diversity.
yeah.
I see that all in casting calls.
I could totally see you on a reality show, like honestly, because like you check
Making
out
out with all the guys and being a
well,
hoe.
Not even that. I think that you would
In
just
the
go,
hot tub?
You would just go viral because of your personality. Like, you know what I mean? You would go viral. Because also like these are kind of loudmouth, talky kind of Asian chicks. They go viral really fast these days. I
Either
think.
usually in a bad way though.
Yeah, but divisive. Like either
Yeah.
like people are like, I fucking love her, or
Yeah.
others are like, she's so fucking annoying, right? But that's kind of how fame is.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, Michelle should be on a reality show. You should be on Big Brother. You should be on like something, right? Or Singles Inferno here in Korea.
That's me. I know. I've thought about it with like what's the love?
Love is blind.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Maybe if the casting ever does open up, I'd be like, maybe.
I feel like Love is
I think
Blind
you
could
should do it.
actually be a great show for
Do you think that any of those people are actually booed up and they just make an agreement with their boo to be like, hey, this is my opportunity,
Yes.
just get in?
Yes.
Absolutely, I would do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think
would
so.
do that. I was going to say, and I shared this on my Instagram, that I was scouted and my agent was like, Michelle, I got this gig for you. And they personally went through my roster and chose you.
Yeah, I remember
And they
seeing that.
absolutely wanted you. And it pays, it shoots in New York City. It pays $35K.
Wow.
And you need to audition for it. And I'm like, absolutely, Ed, give it to me. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, listen to this. Adult diapers. They wanted you, Michelle.
You were the face of adult diapers.
And at that point, I didn't know it was $35K, but I was like, what, Ed? They chose me specifically? Like, what about me did they want? And he's like, it pays $35K. I'm like, shut up, say no more. Give me the audition right now. I went out.
I will shit my pants right now.
I literally ran out to Walgreens and I bought adult diapers.
And you had to, like, do, like, a whole, like, a
yes,
video
and
in
oh my
it.
God, it was hideous.
my God.
I didn't get the gig. I wouldn't have hired myself either. I have the pictures. I'll show you guys. Oh my God. I looked like Humpty Dumpty. It was
Dude,
so bad.
that
It was so bad.
Oh my
but you're supposed to
God.
like pose like super confidently.
Yeah,
Now, every
yeah.
time I go by, I always look at the adult diapers on the Depends and I'm like, that could have been me in the black shirt with the adult diapers just
Yeah, yeah.
smiling.
That is nuts.
But the description of the role was like, we want a healthier, fluffier person of color. We want her to be like healthy looking, very happy and bubbly. But just their whole description was just so interesting, like fluffy, not too skinny. And I was like, I don't know what
Fluffy.
these mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm fluffy enough. That was the first time in my life where I was like, I wish I was a little fluffier.
Yeah.
Like where I've only wanted to be skinny my whole life. But I'm like, what does fluffy mean? Like, I don't know if I'm
it's
if I'm too
soft.
fluffy
Yeah.
or like I don't know which
inviting.
side of fluffy I am. And so when I didn't book it, my friends were like, "Don't worry, Michelle, you just weren't fluffy enough, to make me feel better." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Like maybe I was too fluffy. Like I don't know."
This is going in your screenplay. This is
Yeah,
going
I
in your
love it.
screenplay.
Can
This
you
is
love
great.
imagine?
it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Great.
I think you
story.
need to write about. So we don't need to get into the fuckboy tales, but I'm sorry that happened to you.
It was probably the best and the worst thing to happen to me.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what?
want to hear about it off.
Yeah, off
The
camera.
record.
But that was, you know what, Michelle? But that was a great experience for you because now you really know how like nice guys are. Like you learned a valuable lesson.
Nice, like
Well, because like you met this
quote-unquote
guy and you
nice?
thought he was nice. He passed the test for you. You know what I mean? Men are we're pigs. We're awful
You
people. Men
are.
are awful. And
All
so like
of you.
Yes.
and we treat women
Say
in
more.
awful ways.
Seriously.
Every guy does. Like that's
really,
why like
is it every guy?
every guy does.
What is
It's-
wrong with you guys?
Because that's how men
Aaron's
are.
truly enlightened these days.
Oh,
Well, I learned,
good.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, 'cause
after
you're
being
married now.
and
You
everything,
better
but-
be,
and then
yeah.
getting married made me reflect on like the things that I had done and how I had treated
Right.
women in the past. And like, I consider myself a pretty nice guy. I have definitely I am that guy to some girls who are like, this fucking fuckboy like ruined my life for a month. I
Do you
don't
think
I
every
ruined-
guy is like that? Every guy
I
has
think every guy
that.
has that in him because at the end of the day, guys like, you know, will say what we need to say to like get what we want.
Right.
And like, it's really messed up, especially if you're living in LA, which is such a superficial kind of place.
Do you think it's an innate thing? Like it's just in your DNA
I
to
think
be like
so.
that?
I
Really?
think so.
No,
It's
I
like
think
a-
it's like society allows this kind of behavior as well. I think that biologically their need to like
Spread their seed.
fuck everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely there. But I mean, does your brain not exist?
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe.
no, it's just-
It is hard for guys to think rationally
Right.
when they haven't nutted. It's a
You're
thing.
right.
It's a
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think-
Post nut clarity.
Yeah.
Totally.
No.
Oh, it's not a thing? Oh, sorry.
not an excuse.
Yeah, it's not an excuse, but
Yeah.
it definitely is a thing. But you know what I think is a game changer? Like, not saying my brothers were ever fuckboys, but when they have daughters of their own, I think that's when they really are like, wow.
Are
I
both
would
your brothers
never.
married now?
Yeah, and they both have kids. Like my second brother Andrew just had his second kid.
Wow.
Second daughter, so cute. Steve has 3 kids.
Steve has 3 kids.
Damn, yeah. And my dad's like, when are you? I'm like, never. No.
Never.
My cats are my children, my special need cats.
Yeah. Well, never say never.
Are
never
they
say
younger
never.
brothers or older?
No, they're both older.
Older, okay.
Yeah. They're like 4 years and 6 years older than me. So.
Long energy.
Well,
But she
yeah,
has a
but I
younger
have a younger
sister.
sister too. I have a
Oh,
twin
okay,
thing.
so,
But
I'm a
Eunice,
crazy
Eunice
middle
was
child.
born later.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're like all different generations.
Yeah, I feel like I remember a time when Eunice wasn't born. Actually, literally.
Probably. Yeah, you're right.
I think I remember when she was born. I was like, oh, damn, Michelle has a little sister.
Because she's 7 years younger
Yeah,
than me.
I think I do remember a time when
Those were the good days, Aaron.
Wow. That's
Those
so
were the
crazy.
good old days, man. When I was
Good old
the
days.
youngest. Yeah.
You were the center of attention. Yeah.
Yep. Eunice.
All right. Well, let's see. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground here. Anything else? Jay hardly said a single word this entire time.
Jay.
I was just listening. It was captivating, and I don't really have a mic. So that was great. Yeah.
Jay, are you a fuckboy? Have you been a fuckboy or will you be a fuckboy?
Yeah.
No, my answer is no. Sue thinks everyone is a fuckboy, and has put me into that equation, but I don't.
You know what? In Jay's defense, I can't really imagine Jay doing like fuckboy things. 'cause
Maybe like unintentionally. Like playing with a girl but not knowing, like being like, I don't know, just not intentionally
I think
trying
Jay
to.
has it in
He's
him too.
not
Like,
he's not a fuckboy by like the traditional definition of fuckboy, which I found out is a lot like harsher.
Oh, is it?
But I think I think
Is this based on Urban Dictionary?
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look
The
that up right
official-
now.
I think it's like, but I think that Jay is a nice guy.
okay, so a
You are a
fuckboy
nice
on
guy.
Urban Dictionary spelled FUCKBOI though.
Yeah, B-O-I,
right?
yeah.
A guy who will tell a girl anything to hook up with them. That is definitely what I think
that's
a
the
fuckboy is.
definition,
I
yeah.
definitely don't think that's what
Yeah, 'cause
Jay.
I don't like hook up. I've never hooked up with people.
This is true. Jay is not
Do you want to hook up with people?
Do you want to?
No, like I wouldn't be able to. I would.
Well, the dictionary says that it is a man who has many casual sexual partners.
Wait, the actual dictionary? Like the
Yeah.
Webster?
The
wow.
actual dictionary.
Casual sexual partner.
Definition
in the
from
dictionary.
Oxford Languages.
Wow, so it's proper. I didn't know that. It was actually a word in the dictionary.
Oh, it's proper.
Oh my God, it's proper. I actually did take, during COVID, I did take a dialect class,
Yeah.
which was really interesting. It was really, really cool.
Ooh.
It was
Wait.
actually very scientific. Like I had to, figure out phonetically. They have a whole phonetic alphabet and each different accent is different. It was really cool. You have to like break down every
Can
word.
you do it now?
Tongue
Can you
placement.
give us-
Yeah, absolutely. Tongue placement, like French and Arabic is like very in the back of your throat, whereas like Australian is like all in the front of their mouth and very open. Yeah, it's so interesting.
Can you do an ad for adult diapers in a French accent?
In a French accent,
Yeah.
no. You have to pay-
Australian?
Mon ami.
Merde! I've shot my pants again.
Which one's your strongest accent?
I
that you
think
could
the
do?
easiest one is Australian.
Okay.
No, but then the
Perfect.
Aussies are gonna the Aussies are gonna come for me. But actually, I had an Australian friend that was like, okay, so they say Macca's from McDonald's, and What else do you say? Like, I'm from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to eat chips. I go to Macca's.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank
Arnar.
you. Yeah. Arnar.
Arnar.
Arnar. Yeah. That's the
Arnar.
extent.
I feel like we do Australian accents a lot on this podcast.
Like Arnar. Arnar.
We've done it quite a bit, our fair share. Yeah, Jay's not a fuckboy. We'll give him that.
Thank God.
He's not a fuckboy.
But that means he's like, like weird as a man in other ways.
Oh,
You know
like,
what I mean? Like
what
all
other
men
ways?
are weird, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't. Have to
Yeah,
get
I would
into
agree.
it.
I would agree.
We don't get into it. If we
It's
look
a
at,
tricky
I'm sure if we
topic.
looked at Jay's porn history, we'd be very shocked. That's all I'm saying.
Next time. Side dish.
Going through the history.
It's all just adult
Everybody's
diaper
history.
porn. It's just like, what the
And it's
fuck?
me. It's
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it's just Michelle.
Good callback.
All right. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for jumping on the podcast today. It
thanks
was
for having
as
me.
fun and
Riveting.
entertaining as I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
You were a terrific guest. Question we like to ask our guests before they leave. What's your favorite side dish or favorite panchan?
The first thing that popped in my head was odeng. I
Oh, okay.
love odeng. Like, I can live off
Good
of
answer.
odeng and pop all the time.
I like that answer. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Let's get some odeng. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Like and subscribe on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye-bye.